Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But it's, yeah, yes, sir.
Clear, right?
Yeah. Sir, this is Lakshmi. I have a doubt.
Yeah.
I was trying to solve the PRGA1.
GRPA1.
Yes, it's asking me to enter the 5 words, and between the words there should be a space, and at the end it's a period. I was trying to give I took variable A as string input. Like that, I took 5 variables. Yeah, this is what I done, but it's giving me the wrong answer. Can I, if you want, I can share my screen, sir.
See, the thing is, we cannot be discussing the GRPA problems. Okay. So
This is
okay. Yeah, let me tell you what needs to be done. Let's say like there's this word 1, word 2, word 3, word 4, and so on like word 5, right?
yes.
There should be a space between word 1 and word 2, and similarly between word 2 and word 3 there should be a space. Word 3 and word 2 there should be a space.
How did I solve it? Can I explain, sir?
No, you should not be explaining even that also, because this is just a GRPA problem, right? So one thing I wanna let you know is, see, this is a good idea, is there, right? So
yeah,
there
should be 5 variables.
Yeah,
there should be 5 variables.
So since there are like 5 variables, there are like 4 spaces in between.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 spaces in between.
Yeah.
And then at the end there is a full stop. So
yes,
this is how it should be. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are making, I mean, if that is not how it is appearing for you, then maybe there is some formatting issues. I mean, and maybe you would have given like some extra spaces. Okay, that part. So initial also you would have given some extra space. So make sure that you're printing exactly what was asked for. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So okay. Hello again. So what we'll be doing is, in this session, we'll be solving PT problems. So these are like practice test problems. Okay. These are a bit difficult than the GRPA problems which you'll be seeing. Okay. But the practice test problems, they won't be graded. Okay. That's a one thing. Okay. They won't be graded. Only the GRPA and the grade assignment will be graded. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just try to solve these problems using the concepts which you have learned from week 1. All right. Is that okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. So for now, we can solve this PT 1.1 problem. Okay. So you should be printing this following pattern. Okay. There should be exactly one space between any two consecutive numbers. So between 1 and 2, there should be a space, and between 2 and 1, there should be a space, single space. That's it. There should not be no other spaces. Similarly, here between 1 and 2, there should be a space. 2, 3, there should be a space. 3, 2, there should be a space. 2, 1, there should be a space. But after 1, there should not be any space anymore. Okay. So can you try to do this? This you can just print it directly. Okay. Okay. So for this problem, I'll give you like 5 minutes to solve this problem, and after that we'll look at the solution. Okay. Once you're done with this problem, please raise your hand. Okay. I mean, in the Zoom, you have the option of raising hand, right? So please raise your hand once you're done with this problem. Okay. Yeah. So right now the time is 8:03. I'll wait until 8:08 or like 8:10, and then we'll look at the solution. All right.
Sir, I want to ask one question.
Yes.
Actually, sir, in string, suppose I take S is equal to ABC. Okay. Hello.
But X equals to ABC.
Then if I print S0, S1 and S2, then it will print A, B, C individually.
Right.
But if I print S0 colon 2, then it will print A and B.
Right.
Why?
Right. See,
if
there,
I print colon 3, then it will print ABC. But the index is up to, if it starts from 0, then it will end it at 2. This is my confusion.
Why it is not taking the test of 2? That's it. That's your doubt.
Yes.
Is that your doubt?
Yes.
Okay, so that 0 to 2 which you're talking about, right? That is called slicing. Okay, and while slicing, Python will not take the last. I mean, it won't include the last index. The
Sir,
which you're talking about, right? It won't index at last index. It will include one minus of that. So it will include until 1, 0, 1 it will include, but it won't include 2. Okay, is that
no,
clear?
I cannot got your point. Actually, if I print S0, print within brace S0 plus S1 plus S2, then it will print A, B, C. Then it
Yeah.
should be same with S0 colon 2, but it is not.
The 0:2 is a substring of S. Okay, so while you're doing that slicing, that is called substring. Okay, so while doing that slicing, what happens is, let's say like you're doing slicing from A to B. Okay, you're doing slicing from A to B. Then what happens is it will include all the characters from A until B minus 1. It won't include B until B minus 1 index only. It will include. So in your doubt, when you're talking about 0 to 2, it will include the 0th index and the first index. It won't include the second index. The 2 index it won't include.
That means when I am going to take the range, I should take one extra. This is the logic.
Yes.
Starting I will consider from 0.
Yeah.
At the
So-
end, I should take one extra.
Exactly. So starting whatever index you give, right? Suppose, let's say like you give some 10 or something. Okay, it will start from 10 only. But then if you give 20, it won't include until 20. It will include only until 19. Okay. Clear, right?
If I take a negative indexing, that means at the last I consider it minus 1. Then in my last, before the last, it is minus 2, like this. Then what is the logic?
It should not be. It has been -2 now. -2 means last but one, right? So it won't include last 2 indices also. What you could do is you could try it out with like different numbers. Then you'll be understanding the negative indexing part.
My question is, if I take the reverse indexing, then also I take one extra for colon.
No, when you're meaning like one extra, that doesn't mean like adding 1 minus 1. You should be adding +1 there because you're taking the negative index in there, right? So you should be taking it until 0. Oh no, not until 0.
जरूरी है वो
You just
करना.
leave it out.
प्रोग्रामिंग
leave it out,
एग्जाम
okay?
जो होगा वो करना है. वो जैसे मैथ्स
Others-
वगैरह के एग्जाम होंगे ना, तो वो सेंटर बेस्ड हो
others
जाएंगे.
mute
प्रोग्रामिंग एग्जाम आप अपने घर से देना है.
Okay, see, let me solve the problem for you. What you're talking about is, let's say like S equals to, you're able to see my screen, right? Let's say S equals to Python. Okay. So when I'm doing this print S of, I'm not mentioning anything. Okay. I'm not mentioning anything. So if I don't mention anything,
It's 0
then
to
it will
0.
Prints
print.
everything. It
Yeah,
prints to the end.
Yeah, it prints entirely. So and then if I mention a starting index and then if I do not mention the ending index, then it will print until the end. Starting from second index, it will print until the end of it. Okay. And then there is this other way, okay, where like you do not mention the starting one, but then you mention the end. So basically it will print like 0th index, first index, second index,
Starting
third index.
Until
From-
3. Until
Yeah.
3 it prints,
Until
right?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So and then when you're talking about this negative indexing, right? It will be this is -1, -2,
1 minus 2.
-3, -4, -5, -6. So you should start from -6, okay, and then you should not include the last one, because if you are including the last one, right? If you are mentioning here -1, okay, if you are mentioning -1 corresponds to the last character, right? That is n, right? It won't include that, so you could just leave it out. Okay. So let me just test run it.
Okay, your suggestion is if I take the range, then I will leave the last index.
Yeah.
It will take it automatically.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Clear? What's happening here?
In complex programming respect, sometimes I may use the logic. if the starting and ending index is variable, then
What you can do is, let's say like you want to include the last 6 characters, okay? You want to include the last 6 characters. Then what you could do is -6 to until the end of it. You need not mention this last one, because anyway you want to include until the end, right? This one. You're getting what I was
yes,
saying?
yes, I understand. all the
Okay.
points.
Yeah. Okay. Then. So
Excuse me, sir.
if you're yes.
What does that -6 means there?
What the
Is it
is
right?
-6?
Print as -6 colon.
Yeah. What that means is you start from the from last to 6th character. So from last to 6th character is nothing but n is the last character, right? The last to second is 0. Last to third is h. Similarly, t is the fourth one. Last to fourth one. Y is the last to fifth one. P is the last to sixth one. So basically, it is just similar to this, starting from 0 only, but we are doing the order from last. Okay. So Python
Sir, I
follows.
have a doubt.
Yeah.
When we are giving negative index, we are including the end point. But if you are increasing by positive index, why it's not including the end letter or end number? Why is that?
Even while you're doing from the positive index, now you can include the end part. See that length of s, right?
No,
you can mention like length of s. So that means that you're including like until the end, because
yes,
the indices will be like until length of s -1, right? So when you mention like length of s, so basically it includes all the
sir.
all the characters.
No, sir. My question is, if we want to print all the letters, we give 0 to 7 so that it prints until n, right?
Yeah.
But here you are giving -6, but it
Right.
prints until p. Why is that?
It prints until n, right? It prints until n. Python.
Yeah, that's why,
until,
sir.
no?
What my question is, if we are giving the negative index, you are giving until the end point, but the positive index, you are increasing 1.
See, even for this negative index, now let's say like you want to include the you want to start from the 6th character in the end, and then you want to include until 2nd character from the end. So
Sir,
that means
delete all of them. Could you run only -6? How it's going to run? I want to see. I want to check.
This one.
Yeah, don't include the -2, please. Just test run.
So this is going to print entire Python.
Enter Python. Okay.
This is going to print entire Python.
Okay. But if you want to give the positive index instead of -6, but you need to give 7, right? Instead of 6. That's what my question.
Yeah,
that's what you got my point. So when we are giving the positive index,
even
we are increasing
if
by
you are
1.
giving this positive index now, then you should be giving until 6 only.
So if you are giving
Because
under 6, it
0,
will print
1,
until
2,
O only.
3, 4, 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative index it start from -1, but in forward direction it starts from 0. That's why.
So just test run this, but it will print until O only.
No, it will print until entire Python. It prints entire Python.
Oh.
See the last
so
n,
0,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, the index for n is 5.
Oh.
So that is why I included until 6.
Oh, okay, sir. I got it. I was wrong. I got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so how many of you solved this PT 1.1 problem?
Done, sir.
Yeah, if you're done, please raise your hand. Okay.
It's done, but it's not coming.
Sir, our output is coming wrong. It's showing
Output
wrong.
is coming wrong. Then that means that we would have done some.
It shows that \n should not be there. The
What?
problem.
Can you repeat?
New line character is coming. New
It's
line.
giving an error.
Yes, sir. New line character.
Okay, we will check it. Okay, we will check it. So only 9 people are completed. Expect like at least 5 more people to complete it. After that, we look at the solution.
Sir, even I have completed. How should I say that?
What?
I have completed.
This is like some triangle pattern, right, sir?
It is
Sir,
like
discussing second week problem or first week problem?
It's like a triangle pattern.
yeah, it's kind of like it. Yeah.
I forgot that is triangle, name of the triangle.
So, is PT for practice purposes? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
pyramid pattern.
I'm like this got added later or something.
Can you repeat?
No, I mean like this wasn't visible before, but now it is.
Okay. This problem was not visible to you before.
So this
Yeah, I mean like PT1.
yeah, PTs are not there. PTs were not
PT,
there.
You can
These PT
refresh.
problems they were released now.
This
Yeah,
is my
it is now
question.
it's looking,
not
But in my portal, it is PPA.
yeah, you just need to refresh it. But yeah, I mean like this is just for practice purpose, right? Like you added it late or what is it?
What
How
did
can
you
I
say?
find this type of problem? PT 1.1, 1.2.
Actually, you'll be able to see it in a portal.
No, in my portal there is GRPA and PPA.
I think
Yes,
it's just
for me too.
updated now. Just
You need to
updated now.
refresh it. You need to refresh it. It was there. Okay. If it is visible to me, then it should be visible to you because
Now it is updated, sir.
But I think it's added later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
earlier
it's added
PT
later.
problems
Yes,
were
it shall be.
not there in our portal, so
Okay.
it got
yeah.
updated.
Anyway,
Yeah.
shall we discuss this problem?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since we do not know like much concepts of this, I mean, we know just basic simple printing, right? So we can just use that. So first, what I need to be printing, I need to print 1 to 1, right? So I can just do this, and then I can just repeat it for others, right? So I can
Yes, sir.
use this 3 space, okay, analysis. Until 5 we have. Okay, that's it, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have done in different method using a loop.
Okay, so by different method, what have you used?
Sir,
And,
instead of
I
doing
have-
this, any logic can we use instead of doing print 1 to 1 kind of like?
You can use logic, but then if you're by logic, if you mean some for loops or something,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't suggest to like let's discuss that answer here because
This is like direct printing statement,
yeah,
right?
yeah. See, because in week 1 we haven't discussed much here, right? So using the concept of week 1, if you have done it in another way, then we can discuss it. Okay, but then if you have used high level concepts, then we shall not discuss it. Okay?
No, sir, I didn't do, but actually, I'm feeling we can apply logic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
We can,
Sir,
we can
I
apply that.
used
Yeah,
I
I
used comma.
Yeah.
I used commas.
Okay,
Same,
okay, that also can be done.
And
1,
is it
2,
necessary to
1.
put it in double quotes? I think I have not used double quotes also.
Same here.
You have used what have you used?
Without quotes.
Without quotes and using a comma instead of giving a space.
Yeah, both are same. So when you're having the comma, right? So what happens is, what you're trying to say is you're saying it less 1, 2, 1, right? This is what you're trying to say, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the same.
So what happens is, it considers 1 as a variable, okay, and this 2 as a variable, and 1 as another variable, okay. So in between these two variables, it adds a space. By default, print statement, it adds a space. So that is how you're getting a space between 1 and 2 and 2 and 1. Similarly, if you have this 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, you'll get the same thing. Okay? You'll get the spaces between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, 2 and 1. Okay? Let me test on it. Okay, it will still pass all the test cases. Okay? See, it has still given me the same one. Half of it I have done using your methods and half I have done using this string. Okay? Clear?
Sir, I
Yes,
have
sir.
done
Yes, sir.
using for loop, but I have a problem there. How to go in next line, sir?
Okay, one thing, let us not discuss the follow-ups here. Okay, just because other students might not be aware of it, and I do not want to scare them. Okay, so we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that when the time comes. Okay, right now, whenever I give this PT problems, right, you should be solving using the concept only up until then. Up until that week, you should be using to solve. Okay. Okay. So
Sir,
apart
can
from
you
that,
please
follow-ups,
discuss GRPS 6? Sir, can you
yes.
please discuss the problem in GRPS 6?
No, the GRPA problems cannot be discussed until the deadline is over.
Sir, I have a query regarding GRPS 6. In GRPS 6, we are told that we have to solve it using the week 1 concept. But I think that if I can solve it using week 1 concept, can I use if else and loop there?
Yes, this is my question only. Because
See,
week 1 portal, if else is not given, but I cannot solve without it.
GRPA 6 can be solved. Let me reiterate this. GRPA 6 can be solved using Bitcoin concepts, but then if you used if you use the for loop for like higher advanced concepts, that is totally fine. Okay, we would suggest you not to use those concepts and just use the Bitcoin concepts. But then if you're not able to answer just by using week 1, and then if you want to use this higher level one, it's totally okay. All right.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
okay, so if you have any doubts
sir,
in PT 1.1, I'll consider that, or else we'll move on to the next topic.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, it is throwing. Sir, it is throwing error if you use the variables x comma y instead of 1 comma 2. Why it is so, sir? If you given a command as print x comma y, it is not printing x comma y. If you are giving command as print 1 comma 2, it is printing.
You're talking about this?
No, sir. Directly, I included in print command as x comma y.
See, directly when you're talking about this x comma y, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by x? What do you mean by y?
Yeah, yes, sir. I got that, but why it is not showing error if you are using 1 comma 2? Is it considering 1 comma 2 as is not considering 1 comma 2 as variables?
It is considering 1 comma 2 as a variable. It's constant, right? So that is an integer. 1 comma 2, they are integers. That is why it is directly considering it.
Okay, it is just directly printing them.
Yeah. So
when
one is directly an integer. So it contains like 2 integers. Between 2 integers, it kind of considered as like variables. Okay. So it just like adds a space in between them. Okay.
For 1 comma 2, it is considering as constant and it is printing directly.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one more doubt. Here input is given as 1. Why the input is given as 1? In the test case, it shows input as 1.
There is no input there.
Please come down. Please come down.
Yeah, I have seen what you're saying is.
Yeah, here input shown as 1.
Okay, this is just like in the first line, there is no input. That's what it says. Okay, you do not have to worry about this. Okay, there is no input.
This expected output and actual input, I got the answer as 1 to 1, 1 to 1 by n. But the result shows the wrong answer, sir.
Okay, can you share a screen?
Okay, sir.
See, there is no input that was given. If there has been an input and we did not accept an input, right, then it would be throwing an error. Okay.
1 second, sir. Disabled participant screen sharing. It is disabled.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, now we'll be able to share.
Yeah. Sir, well, I do not know how to share it. I have written print and within quotes 1 space 2 space 1. Like that I have done for everything. This I'm supposed to copy and paste in the share screen, or what I'm supposed to do?
Like you need to click on share screen and then you need to share the window, the Chrome window or whichever screen you are sharing now. You can share the entire screen also.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about a code step contest.
See,
I cannot participate.
Contest questions are not encouraged here.
So, no, sir. I want to ask you how to participate or how to give the exams. So can you show me?
There will be a separate meeting on that.
Yeah, there will be a separate video on that. This is not for that. Okay?
Sir,
Not for discussing the
video.
Sir, I have one little confusion about CodeChef. That I failed to register.
Questions won't be answered here. Okay? CodeChef questions won't be answered here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Where meeting are gone?
What?
Where, sir, CodeShip contest or CodeShip, how to participate CodeShip?
CodeShip contest questions won't be answered here. Okay. So you just follow the instruction that was mentioned there, or else if you have like any other doubts, just mention that in the Discord. Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So we'll move on to PT 1.2 problem. Okay. So algorithm should be designed to find out whether a student belongs to a data science branch or not based on his roll number. Okay. So the roll number is of this format: BR18B0000. Okay. Where BR represents the branch code, 18 represents the year of joining, okay, and B represents the education level, okay, and 0000 represents a specific identification number or the roll number, okay, specific identification number that was given to the student, okay, and the branch code for data science is DS. So okay, so basically this is how the roll number will be, and then in the BR, the branch code for data science is DS. You should be accepting a student roll number, and then you should be printing true if that if the student belongs to a data science branch, and then false otherwise. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Sir, I have copied it in the chat box, sir. What I have done.
So that's the same as the explanation which you have explained earlier in this.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done, sir. Do we have to?
So left the meeting. I don't know. He's gonna be back, I guess.
Maybe due to network issue.
Don't know.
Can anyone tell me where I find a CodeShip, how to participate CodeShip contest video?
क्या करना है आपको?
I don't know how to participate, how to answer the CodeShip contest question.
Google form मैं भर नहीं पाया actually. कोई तरीका है उसमें?
Don't worry, just mail them ना.
Hello. Hello. Yeah.
I done.
Yes, sir.
I just saw this PT 1.2 problem. Okay. Regarding CodeChef, okay, you just need to create this online degree ID. Like using online degree ID, you should be creating the CodeChef profile, and then the username and your entire name, right? That should be mentioned in the Google form. You should just be filling the Google form. Once you have filled the Google form, we will be adding you to this CodeChef context. Okay. Those are the only things you need to follow.
Sir, Google form is expired, sir. That's why we are not able to enter anything in there. When we are clicking the Google form link, it's saying that this Google form has expired.
Okay then. Yeah,
Is
we'll
no
try to.
more
Yeah,
acceptable.
I will talk to support team. We'll try to extend the deadline. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. We will be that will be very helpful, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sir,
try to
I have
solve them.
copied it in the chat box, sir, what I have done.
So you're JNTP, right?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, it is same as what I have done now.
Oh, yeah, I just did that. So I want to execute. I did it. The test run, it says it's wrong answer, but the output is the same, sir. Whatever you have given, the output comes with the number by n.
Okay.
But
But
why?
as the same code, then it should be passing the test case.
Okay. Should I refresh and do it again? Maybe it will work.
Okay. Let me just check it from my end.
Okay, sir.
So this is the code you have written, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just copy pasted it.
Yes, sir.
See, you are missing a 4 here.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, now it's passing.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So if you have completed this PT 1.2 problem, please raise your hand.
Answer raise hand.
You're done, right? Please do not share whatever answer you got in the chat box. Okay.
So there are lots of hands already raised. So
Okay. So do you want to discuss solution?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then. So like, do you want me to do a solution, or like one of you want to share and explain it? If one of you wants to share and explain your code, you can do that.
I'll do it, sir.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'll just share my screen.
So there is this share screen option at the bottom, the green colored one.
Yeah, I'm just sharing it. You're able to see mine, sir?
Yes.
Like this is the one, right? Yeah. I have written code equal to input, and then print code of 0 to 2 equal to ds. Like if it is ds, it will print true, and if it is not ds, it will print false.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, okay. That is just like 2 lines code, and it does the work. Okay. Does anyone have any doubts in this code?
no, sir.
It's clear,
We
right?
also did the same.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhati. You can stop there. Yeah. Okay, so if no one has any further doubts in this 1.2 problem, right? Then we'll move further to 1.3.
Can you please show the solution once?
So, Prabhati, do you want to share, or like do you want me to do it? Okay, I'll do it. So this one, right? All you need to do is the roll number equals to input. Okay. So let's just say like branch equals to the first 2 characters belong. They show like what branch it belongs to. So all you need to do is you need to print whether the branch is equal to ds or not. Okay. So this is the only thing you need to do. All right. Yeah. You can submit it and test for
Thank you.
the private test cases. Okay.
I did it in a 5-line code, a bigger code than this.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, can I show the code once?
I have a doubt on this, sir.
PT 1.2.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the doubt?
But inside print that command it accepted and it given a boolean.
What?
Inside print command branch double equal to ds, na sir. It accepted that command and printed boolean.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I want to take it in a variable and I want to print that variable.
You could do that also.
So ds equals to true.
Yeah.
We can rewrite it as ds equals to true. Can we write?
Can you repeat?
Also, can we write ds variable equals to true? Can we take like that also?
No, you cannot take that.
I mean, if we find ds in a roll number, so it accepts as true, otherwise it false. Can we do that?
If ds in roll number, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
But yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this part, right? You cannot directly store this in a variable. Okay. So if you need to store this in a variable, you need to be using this if-else statements, which comes under week two. So for now, you can just think of it like in this way. This is like whether if this is true, then it will print true. If it is false, then it will print false. Okay.
Okay, so it will accept
What?
Can you repeat? The variable.
Can you please ask the others to mute who are not speaking?
Yes, sir. Please mute all.
Sir, inside whatever it is there, it is taking it as a command and it is executing and reverting as a Boolean operator.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know, sir. Till now I didn't know. Only print it is okay.
So the branch equals ds said that returns a Boolean value. It returns either true or false. So that part we are printing it. Okay.
Right, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
If depending upon the output of that Boolean value, we want to print some other variable or some other string, means how it is possible?
See, for
if
that,
it is correct,
if-else statements, that you do it like in the second week. In the second week, you learn about that if-else statement. So basically, then there you could see if branch equals to ds, then you do like whatever you want to do, and branch is not equal to ds, then you do some other operations. Okay. Clear? In week two, you'll be learning those concepts.
Sir, I tried solving this using if-else.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't get, means test cases were.
The thing is, you should not be using if-else statement because this is week one, okay? But then with using if-else also you could solve it. But if you did not get it, then you should be checking your code.
Sir, it says DS is not defined.
DS, see, then that should be in the codes, right? That should be within the codes. DS is
yes, sir. I have put that DS in codes. Even after this.
Can you share a code? Can you share a code?
You have to mention double equal to.
Okay, can you share a code just? Please sort that out in. Others move on to 1.3 problem.
Ram, I want to post my code in chat. Can you check if possible? I just posted.
Sir, is it a case sensitive? DS, is it case sensitive?
Yeah, that is case sensitive. Because while comparing strings, it is always going to be case sensitive. Okay. Yeah, your code is also correct.
It's okay, right? Okay.
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
is okay. That is okay. But then please try to understand that in this way you cannot be solving like each and every problem for now. Like since this is like only 2 characters DS, this works out fine. But if it has been like very big, I mean very big string, right, then this will take like lengthy. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
So can you just go to the code, Rahul. Sequence input if x of print true else print false. Okay, this is correct. Can you run it?
You are
Can you run it?
muted yourself.
Rahul, yeah, you have muted yourself. Can you run it, Rahul? No, can you go there? Can you go back?
Valid syntax.
Put a 0 behind the colon.
No, it's not that.
Try putting. The colon is missing after if
Yeah. See, after if
Colon-
right, there should be a
colon is
column
missing.
there. The syntax is wrong. After DS, there should be a column. There should be a column.
Yeah.
After if right, after that if x of 2 equals to DS, there should be a colon. The colon is missing.
Okay.
Okay. It's just a syntax mistake you have done. Okay. Okay. So now we'll try solving this PT 1.3. Okay. This one is also similar to the previous one. Okay.
Done, sir.
Except that what here what should be doing is, you know that the criminal number plate is TN07. Okay. Only that part, you know. So what you should be doing is, we should be running the registration number, and if it has the TN07 in it, okay, if it has a TN07 in it, that too, not just the TN07, it should not just be there, it should be there in the first 2 alphabets. Okay.
First
okay.
4.
No, wait.
First 4.
First 4 you have to check.
Only the string TN07 is visible. Okay, yeah. It is just that TN07 should be there. Okay, you should be checking whether the TN07 is there or not. Okay. If it has been there, then you should print true. If it is not there, then you should print false. Okay.
This would be running one TN07. It doesn't have to be T somewhere and somewhere 0 somewhere and 7 somewhere, right? It should be one.
This TN07, it should be together. Okay.
Yeah.
TN07, it should be together.
And it may not. It doesn't have to be at the first.
It doesn't have to be at the first. It could be at the end also.
Okay.
But TN07, that should be like together only. Though all these letters should be together. All these characters should be together. Okay.
So I solved it, but it says runtime error.
Okay. If it has
This
been
is
runtime error. Okay. Can you share a screen?
So I take it. Can I share the screen?
Yeah. Please share a screen. Others, try solving this. Okay.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
So Dakshit, Divya, Raja, Prabhavati, Swagata, all of you have completed, right? Problem?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Done from my side too.
Done, sir.
Okay. So Lakshmi Suresh, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing the screen. Oh, this is not. So I done it wrongly, sir. Share content, it's coming. So I'm not screen. Did you get it, sir? Or some other thing I'm doing?
Yeah. No, I didn't get it.
No, sir. I'm not able to get it. Can I tell you, sir, instead of sharing?
Sir, may I share?
So plate as input I took.
Copy the code and paste in chat box, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing.
Sir, I'm getting wrong answer. May I share?
Says runtime error.
Hello, sir.
Sir, okay.
Okay. So did you share a code in chat box?
No, sir, I'm not able to. I'm trying, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm getting wrong answer. May I share?
You're getting wrong answer?
Yes, sir.
Wrong answer.
Okay, we'll check it. Okay. So shall we look at the solution?
Yes, sir.
Do you guys want some more time or shall we look at solution?
But what does this error mean when it says wrong answer?
What?
What does it mean? Means after running the code, it says wrong answer. So I'm not getting the expected output, is it?
Okay, can you share a screen?
Yeah.
Can you share a screen? The person who's getting
we are waiting for dinner.
others, mute yourself, please.
Sir, can I share the?
Yeah. Is Priyanka Narla? Yes.
Yes, this is my screen.
Yeah. So can you? The thing is number 2, right?
Yeah.
Instead of -1 to -4, that's not -1 to -4. That is -4 to until the end.
-4. Oh yes.
It is just
it's not able to
opposite of it,
extract
and that too you should not be having -1. -4 to until the end. If you're having -1 now, then basically what you're saying is just include the last character.
Yes, I got it. Yes, I wrote it wrong. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is wrong, sir? Please repeat.
I can stop sharing. Just make that change. It will be able to work. So no, actually you should not be printing it twice, right? That's one of the thing, one of the mistake which you're doing. So you should not be printing it twice. Oh no, that's not the correct one.
I should do it only once.
Because
so you can simply do it with odd.
It just asks you to print only once.
Okay. So if it exists in the
yeah, it should
number.
be like it has been either in if either number 1 is true. I mean, if either number 1 has TN07 or number 2 has TN07, then you should print true. Okay, you should not print true or false like twice. Okay.
Okay, but so I should not. So I think then this logic is wrong. I should not extract them separately. I should do it once only.
Yeah, I will talk about this in a bit. Okay, so stop sharing. Stop sharing. I'll. Okay, so shall we discuss solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, please. Although I have done.
Okay, so first thing is that number, right? That number num equals to input. Okay. So generally the number plate is of this form, right? A00 A00. So the TN07, it could happen in the first 4 characters or the last 4 characters, right? So I'll just check that. So print. How do you get the first 4 characters? From of 0 to 4, right? If it is equals to TN07, TN07 or from of last 4. Okay. Get the last 4 using this equals to TN07. Okay. So what this basically does is this OR statement, right? So if either this is true or this is true, then it will print true. Okay. I mean, that is if one of this is true, then it will print true. Okay. If TN07 is not within the first four or even in the last four, then it will print false. Okay. Let us test run it.
Sir, is it really required for the first digit to be checked because it contains the similar number at the beginning and the end also? So can we not check alone the last 4 digits because they are similar? The first 4 digits and last 4 digits are similar, right? So is it really required to check the first one, either or condition, or
Yeah,
can we
yeah,
eliminate?
yeah. Okay. So let me consider this one. Okay. So I have a number plate like this: AP07 TN07. Okay. So ideally since TN07 is already there in this number plate, right? It should be printing false. It should be printing true. But then if we just check for the first 4 characters, now that is AP07, then it will print false.
Sir, in the second line of the question, they have written, no, the format of the registration number is AA00, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it means that last 4 digits and first 4 digits are equal, right? So in this case,
no, that doesn't mean that the first 4 digits are equal to last 4 digits. They're just saying that the first 2 letters are alphabets, second 2 letters are numbers, the next 2 are alphabets, and the last 2 are numbers. Okay, doesn't mean that AA00, the first 4 characters are equal to last 2 characters. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
By your assumption, the first character should be equal to second character. Okay, and third character should be equal to fourth character too. Okay, but that's not the case. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope this is clear. If this is clear,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
move on to PT.
Yes, sir.
PT 1.4. Shall we move on to PT 1.4?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay.
Sir, but I have tested only first 4 digits, sir, and it accepted in PT 1.3. I checked only first 4 digits.
Okay.
And the system given okay, and I passed in the test.
Because the test case are not
pass a
there. na?
private test case also? Did you pass a private test case also when you submitted it? Are you able to pass all? Are you able to pass all private test cases?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 2 by 2.
5 out of 5?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
5 out of 5.
Okay, so then basically you just you're kind of like lucky. Okay, because
Sir,
if
instead of
the test case has been there
sir.
asking for like the last 4 now, then you would have failed one of the test cases. Okay.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Yes, yes.
Instead of or, we should use and, right? Either of them is true, then you get true.
So if either of them is true, then basically it is all right. If both of them is true, then we'll use and now.
So if one is false and one is true, so you get true only if you use
you
or.
get true only. Yeah, you get true only. That's what we want, right?
Okay.
TN07 can be at the first 4 characters or the last 4 characters.
Okay. I used and, so that's why I confused over there.
Yeah. Should not be using that.
Both should be true, right? So then only we can use and.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, so try solving this PT 1.4. Okay. You should be printing the absolute difference. Absolute difference means that if it has been 9 and 8, right, then 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay. If it has been A equals 8 and B equals 9 also, then it should print 1. Okay. Clear?
So this PTR for practice purpose only?
Can you repeat?
Sir, this PTR for practice purpose only, or is it graded?
No, these are for practice purpose only.
Okay.
But similar problems like this can come in the quiz exam. Okay. But right now it won't be graded. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So try solving this. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll take some 5 minutes break and after that we'll resume. Okay.
Done, sir.
Thanks.
Sir, how long the session is going? Because I have to rewrite now due to some work.
Okay. So it's going to continue for 1 more hour. But then since we're done with this problem, okay, like there is only 1 more problem that needs to be done. Okay. If you're able to solve that problem, you can leave the session.
पार्टी में जाना है.
Done, sir.
So should I leave?
हाँ YouTube पे देख लेना.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the session.
Sir, can I share my screen? Can I explain?
You want to discuss solution?
Yes, sir,
Like,
but I'm getting
let's wait
runtime
for
error.
2 more. Okay, let's wait for 2 more minutes. Once
Yeah.
we discuss solution, we discuss your.
Yes, I'm getting runtime error.
Sir, is there an absolute function in Python?
Can I share the screen? I have done the properly.
Sir, is there an absolute function in Python?
Yeah, it is there, but I searched you to not user. Okay, it is there.
Sir, I'm getting wrong answer.
Sir, may I share?
What?
I want to share the screen.
You want to share the screen? Okay, but first let us. 11 people have completed, right? This problem. 11 people
completed.
Okay, okay. So yeah, one of you can share a screen and discuss solution, or else if you're having some error now, you can
Sir,
look
can
at
I
your code.
share it? But my
Yes.
answer is wrong.
Yeah, one of you can share. See, Ram Naresh, you're using if else statements, so please stop sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should not be using if else statements. Okay, without using if else, you should be doing it.
Okay.
So if anyone has
Can
done
I
it,
share?
yes, yes. Like if you are done without using if else, then please share.
Sir, actually, I have pasted into the chat. Can I see it?
I done, but I got 3 out of 5.
I have done using ABS.
Apps is there. Ish Kumar, right? If s of 0, 0 equals to minus, then print. Yeah, that's nice. Aish, your solution is good.
Thank you.
See, you should be accepting input, Swati Bansal. You should be accepting input from the user.
Yeah, I think
That
we
9
should
and 8, they're
use
just
int
like,
input. Okay.
they're just for illustration purposes. You should be accepting input from user. Okay. So A value should be accepting, C value also, B value also should be accepting. And C equals to print A also, that's not correct, because you cannot assign, I mean, you cannot assign print a to a variable. Okay. That line number 2 on line number E is also wrong. Okay.
Line 2 and
Line number 2 is entirely wrong. Line number 5 is entirely wrong. And 4 also. Please delete those lines. Okay. You cannot assign print to a variable. Okay. And in line number 1, right, you should be accepting input. That is a equals to input, you should be accepting. Okay. Okay. So yeah, make those changes. First accept the input from the user. A equals to input, and then convert that to integer. Okay. A as well as B. After that, you can try solving this absolute difference. Okay.
okay, I will share the answer.
What?
I will share the revised answer on the chat box.
You have shared what?
I will share the revised answer.
Yeah. Please. Okay. Yeah. For now, you can stop sharing.
I've stopped, I think.
We should write just input, or we should write int input. So
the thing is, you should be converting that to integer.
Yeah.
So you want to do that? You want to do it in a single go, or like you want to do it in 2 lines? It's up to you. Okay.
Yeah. So I have written int input, so it's correct, right?
Okay. So Swati Gupta, you have used absolute, but then without using that, if you could do it, then that would be great. Okay. These
So
like
can I share
direct
my
way, right? This is a no-brainer one. If you just know that.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, Nachiket.
Someone else is sharing.
See, if you are printing S1 equals to 2 or S2 equals to true, then that's going to print only true, right? Can you scroll down? Scroll down. Show me your output. See, it's going to print only true or true. But then the expected output is absolute value. That is, let's go to top. So we have this here, right? Let's say A equals to 8 and B equals to 9. So A minus B value should be giving 1. Okay. Is this clear what I was talking about? Okay. So, like Bhaskar, what you should be doing is, okay, can you stop sharing, Bhaskar? I'll discuss solution now. Without using if else or like without using absolute function. Okay. Bhaskar, can you stop sharing? I'll do that for you.
So can I just show it? I have solved a solution.
What have you used?
I have solved a question without using only week 1 concept. So can I show?
Okay, yeah, please share.
Okay, so here is the solution, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I was expecting everyone to answer it like. So what you can do is, you can take the difference. Okay, the difference you can square it and then find the square root of it. Okay, it is kind of like -5 whole square is 25, right? But then square root of 25 is only 5. Okay. The int is.
Can it be zoomed in? Can't see the code.
Yeah, can you zoom that, Nachiket? So there is a plus button at the top. You can use that. Okay, yeah, even this is fine. So yeah, nice solution, Nachiket. Okay. Is this clear? What Nachiket has done?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Nachiket. Okay, you can stop sharing. Yeah, that's a good solution.
Sir, it is not clear to me.
Okay, so we have this A minus B, right? So we know that We know that a minus b whole square is same as b minus a whole square, right?
Yes.
Correct. But then the square root of a minus b whole square gives the modulus of a minus b, right?
Can you
The
please
absolute
show
difference
the
of a
screen?
minus b. So that's what he has done. So first he has squared the a minus b value, and then he has done the square root of that resultant value. So ultimately he'll get a minus b, but then in a positive way. Okay. The reason he has used that int of the final value is that star 0.5 it will give the float value. Okay, so that is why he has used that integer, converted that to integer. Okay.
Okay, sir. But this code once more, can you show?
What you want me to show it one more time?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this time I'll do the solution. Okay, the same one which Nachiketa has done. Okay, so what I'll do is,
Sir, is there any other way, or this is the only way?
like if you want to use the beacon concept, then this is the only way. Like if you could come up with some other way, then that's great. Like as far as I'm aware of, this is the only way. Okay?
Sir, can I share my screen? So what is wrong with this?
But
Can you explain me?
one second.
Yeah.
So we just complete this. A minus b star 2. Okay, and then that absolute difference now. Absolute difference equals to square star. Okay. I'll convert this to integer. Yeah, it is able to solve all of cases. So are you able to now are you able to understand it?
Yes, sir, but somewhere I have forgotten this absolute. Absolute is like mod symbol, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yes. So a minus b whole square. If we convert into in next line integer square, this line is not clear.
I mean, it's complete total already, because
You're
the
taking
idea,
square root of the square.
yeah. First we'll do square, and then after we'll do square root.
All right, sir. Yes,
Okay.
clear now. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now we'll move on to the last problem.
Sir, can I share my screen? What is the wrong with that? Can you explain me, please?
Yes, yeah. Others, try solving the next problem. 1.5. Okay.
So this is the route. This is making problem.
What? Yeah.
Sir, did you able to get my screen?
No, I'm not able to get this.
Now, sir? No?
Still no. So wait, I'll be showing you how to share a screen.
Okay.
For me, the output is coming as a float, so it's not accepting.
Okay.
Yeah, that is why you should be converting that to integer.
After that too, the same I did. After that too, can you run it? I'm getting it as a float 1.0 answer.
See, if you do this int of right.
Still, I did the same. Can you please run it once?
See, okay. For me, okay.
Okay. For me, it's 1.0. Same I did.
See, when you convert that to integer, it won't print a float, right? I think maybe what you would have done is you would have converted that to integer, but then you would have printed like some other value, I guess. Some other variable you would have printed. So please check it.
Okay.
See, if I remove this, then I2 will get a float value.
Yes, I added integer, but still it's giving 1.0. I will check again.
Okay.
Sir, does exponential give float?
That not exponential, but if you find the square root one, then it will be a float. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Sir, but we had already converted A and B to integer. Then why we need to convert it again in absolute?
Yeah, the reason is if we did not do that right, that square root of, if you're finding the square root, then it will give the value as float value. It won't give the as integer value. Okay, that is why you need to convert that to int. Okay, you can try checking it out. You can try running the code without using this int. Okay, you'll come to know that it is printing it as like float value and not as an integer value. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, can I share my screen? I am following your way, but it's not working.
Okay, so before we go there, so Lakshmi Priya, what you need to do is this new share is there, right? In that new share, you need to select one of the tabs. Okay, you need to select one of the tabs, and then you need to click on share. Okay, so that is what you need to do. Is that clear?
No, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please share. Thus, move on to 1.5. Move on to 1.5 problem.
For me now it's okay because of misplacement of one parenthesis. The round bracket, it gave me error.
Okay, okay. So C equals C minus B, R equals C star star 2, int of R of. Yeah, that should be giving me correct answer, right? So can you run it, Shampa? Go back. No, you can just go back. That's Shampa. I'm not able to see this thing. Like I'm able to see it, but then it is just the same page. You did not move further.
So can you please show the fifth problem?
What? Can you?
Fifth problem, PPA 5.
PPA 5, you want me to explain it or you want me to
No,
solve
I
it?
just want to you to show the question because my portal is not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one. So you are given a string and two non-negative integers as input. The two integers specify the start and end of integers of a substring. That is, we have this A to B, right?
Yeah.
So it is not exactly A to B, but then it's kind of like A to B plus 1 kind of thing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it. Yeah.
Okay. So you should be creating a new string, replicating substring a minimum number of times so that the resultant string is longer than the input string.
Okay.
So, did you get the last part?
Yeah. I got it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. For example, let's say like we have this Python. Okay.
Yeah.
Python. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I want it only from like if the start and end is 0, then basically I'm saying that I want only the first index. So that Python should be replicated like some extent such that it is greater than this. This P should be replicated sometimes such that it is greater than the length of Python.
Yeah.
So the Python length is 5, right? So if I replicate it 6 times, then it will be greater, right? No, so sorry.
Yeah.
The
Output
Python
length
is
will be greater than input. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got it, sir. Sure. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, even the same for mathematics. So when I say like 1 to 4, then basically I'm saying like ATHE. Okay.
Yeah.
So that ATHE, it should be replicated like based on this length of the substring and length of the actual string.
Yeah.
You should be knowing like how many times you should replicate it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you share solution?
What?
Solution of this question, please.
I'm just doing it. Can you give me 1 minute, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no hurry. Okay.
Yeah.
Can take like 10 minutes to solve this. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. In the example which you showed, it is mathematics. It is leaving first letter and then it is copying 4 letters, right? Like that, something it was doing.
Which example you're talking about?
Yes. This example, test case 2.
Mathematics?
Yes. Scroll down. 1.
Okay.
So 1 and 4. So
yeah.
What does this 1 and 4 mean, sir?
So 1 and 4 means the substring should be, the substring starting index is 1 and the ending index is 4. So it should include ATHE.
Alright, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The substring is ATHE. That's what it says. Okay.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please show the example again.
Okay. So I'll give you some. Let's say word equals to can you tell me some word?
Python.
No, let's not use Python. We're using it like 2 times.
Beautiful.
Hey, I use chemistry. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. So word equals to chemistry, and then let's say my A equals to 0 and B equals to 3. Okay, B equals to 3. So basically it should be including like 0th index, first index, second index, third index. Until the third index it should be included. So it should be included in chem, right? So basically what will be my substring? Let me call that substring as sub. Sub is equals to word of A to B plus 1. B plus 1 because I need to include this third index also. If I just use directly B, it won't include the third index. Okay, it won't include the character third index. So that's why I need to use it as B plus 1. Okay. So now what you should be doing is this chem how many times it should be increasing. Right now the length of word is 4 plus 5 9, right? Right now the length of word is 5. Sorry 9. And then the length of sub is 4. Correct? CHEM, right?
Yeah, correct.
So the length of sub is 4. Okay. Now it should be if the length of sub is been like we can only add chem to chem, right? So if I add it like 2 times, then the length will be equals to 8. 8 is still less than 9. So if I add it like 2 times, if I add one more chem, that is like chem plus chem plus chem, then that gives me the length of 12, right? So now 12 is greater than 9. So basically you should be printing this value. Chem should be printing this.
Sir, can I interrupt you? Just
Yeah.
you are assigning the value to A equals to 0, B equals to 3. That's not the value, that's the length, right? You should mention LEN.
No, that's not the length actually. A is the starting index, B is the ending index.
Yeah, it is index. Yeah.
So that
How it is
length
index, sir? You are assigning the value. So A is a variable. You are assigning 0 to A, right? It's like that.
Yeah, I'm assigning 0 to A, but what that A represents is, it represents the starting index of a substring.
So you should close with the brackets, right? Not 0.
That is still an integer, right?
Can we divide the length of
Sir,
a string by
in this problem
4?
only
Yeah,
two
you could do
times
that.
chem will be appear because the
Can you
length
please
of
see my
chemistry
code? I
is
have
9.
pasted into the chat.
Hello, can you one person at a time?
So
Yes.
can
Sir,
we divide the
you
string
can
by
print
4?
only 2 times chem because the length of the string chemistry is 9.
Yeah, if the
And
length of chemistry is
plus
9,
4,
and
8.
then if I print chem 2 times, the length of chem is only 8, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you add it only 2 times, then it's going to be 4 plus 4, 8. But then I
Yes.
want it to be greater than the input string. That is, it should be greater than chemistry.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
So can you please verify my code? I have pasted into the chat.
I'll verify it once we discuss solution. But until then, let us give others time to solve it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Sir, this time can I share my screen once everyone is done?
Yeah, sure, Divya. So once
Sir,
everyone is done, I'll ask
sir,
you.
this is Lakshmi. I didn't understand still. Where you are mentioning the value C. If A equals to 0 means you are giving the value of A equals to 0, not the length, right? How it's not the index, right?
Okay, let us look at the question. Okay, so you are given a string and 2 non-negative integers as input. Okay, the 2 integers specify the start and end indices of a substring in the given string.
Yes.
Okay, so based on these 2 indices, I'll get a substring, right? 2
Yeah.
non-negative indices, I'll get a substring, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So those 2 non-negative integers are this A and B. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Until now it's clear.
You should give the brackets, sir. How it's going to be indexed if you
No,
give A equals to 0.
That brackets and all you will be giving later once you want to get the substring. No.
Okay.
See, that brackets and all I'm giving it here, right? If you want to get the substring, then I will give the brackets and in the brackets I should be giving some integers. No, that integers I'll specify then. But
Okay,
up until then, why do I need that?
Yeah, I got it, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So when we are writing here +1 +2, so that will determine how many times it is going to repeat.
No. So here the reason I wrote +1 is when I have it like for the substring, the starting index is 0, right? So it should start from C, correct? And then the ending index is 3. So basically it should end at M, right?
Yeah.
So ideally the substring should contain CHEM, correct?
Yeah, right.
But then if I use this formula, if I'm using slicing of like A to B, it won't include the last index, correct?
Yeah, yes.
That is why I have used +1.
Yeah.
Don't include the last index means anyways you are using 0 to 3. That means it is going to use chem, CHEM. 4 words will be included. So can you please
No,
put
M will not
the
be
last-
included. If we are not using +1.
If you include like 0 to 3, then it will include only 0, 1, 2. It won't include 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, sir, I'll have some doubt.
Okay.
When I take B equal to 4.
What? When you take
B equal to 4.
Okay. B equals 4.
Then it's okay. Then it will give chem.
Yeah. Then it will give me chemi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now chemi plus chemi itself will I mean.
No. I don't. Then don't put B +1. Then it's A plus A dot A colon B is okay.
Okay, you want to directly take this. You want to directly add the +1 to B itself. That you could do. See, if you're taking the input and then adding +2 to it, it's totally fine with me, right? You want to add +1. You want to add it before or you want to add it later. That's totally up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So I almost gave the answer. So the
Is in this one you wrote 3 times chem. So how it decides you will write 3 times?
yeah. So the way you can decide that is based on the length of the actual word and the length of the substring. So if I tell you that, that's the entire solution. So the only hint I can give you is use the length of the actual word, okay, and then the length of the substring. Using both, you try to get it. Okay.
Good, sir. Thank you.
Sir, my question is hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir,
How can I repeat the string in a number of times? Suppose here you print
Right.
came 3
Sir,
times.
can I
If I
share
want
this?
to repeat a particular string 5 times, then
Yeah. So the way you do this, you can just multiply that string by itself. So you have this chemi, right?
3 into chem, it will repeat 3 times.
Yeah. So if you have like chemi into 3, then it will print chemi 3 times. Let me just test on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I share the screen?
One person. Okay. Okay.
You should print sub, not same kemi, right? You should print sub sub.
Yeah, I should print sub, but then I'm getting error here. Invalidated for int base 10. Okay. So here you could see, right? It is printing chemi 3 times. Okay. Clear? Yeah, I should be printing
Yes,
sub
sir,
only.
clear. Yes,
I should
sir,
be printing sub,
clear.
but this I just showed for example. Okay.
Yes, sir, clear.
I have done something. Want to make it correct, if you will allow.
Yes. Yeah.
Somewhat this.
So yeah,
showing
we'll
error.
discuss it. So Naresh, can you stop sharing? We'll discuss it once we look at solution. Like let others try to solve now. The
Okay.
errors and all we'll discuss like once later. Okay. Please stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Sir, I did the programming.
what?
I solved the problem.
Okay. Great. Yeah, please raise your hand.
Sir, may I share my answer now?
Yeah. So shall we look at the solution?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. Others who haven't solved, so do you want some more time or shall we look at solution? Okay. So Divya, you can start sharing and you can explain solution.
Sir, thanks. This is not giving me a window to share. It's sharing my whole screen.
Actually, you can select a window also. You can select a particular application. By default, it will show you like that whole screen one. Instead of that, below that, you'll be having this option of like selecting a particular.
Can I share my screen?
1 second. Like let Divya share. She asked.
Okay.
She wants to share.
I'm not getting an option for window. Anyhow, I'll share my whole screen then.
Okay.
I have a lot of windows open though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So we have this.
No, this is not mine. This is not mine, I think. This is not mine. Is it?
Is yours, right? You are sharing.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine. Sorry. I was surprised it opened on the right window.
Okay.
Okay. So that can you just explain? Can you just explain your code to others?
Yeah, first I took the string input and the index inputs. Maybe I should have written int here only. Then I made it to the substring by defining the indices, that is I1 and I2. Since I hadn't made it into integer, I did it here. And because this is inclusive of the last index, then I increased it by 1. And then I found the number of times by which we should multiply the substring so that it's just, above, longer than s. So I found through the floor division, the number of times we have to multiply, and we would have to multiply one more than that so that it's longer. So then therefore SS, that is your substring, multiplied by whatever we had gotten plus 1.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely correct.
So others, do you guys
Sir,
have
I
any
want to share my screen now.
Can you check mine, sir?
Yeah. So we'll come to yours. We'll come to yours, but then you don't have any doubts in Divya's code, right?
Yes, repeat 5 and 6.
I think I have.
No, sir, no doubts in that.
Okay.
Sir,
So
it
Divya,
is
you can share
in
your screen.
Divya's code.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, just 1 second.
In Divya's code, she has decided to divide SS by S. So how do we know from where she like that sentence comes up?
Can I repeat?
I'm getting
SS
wrong.
is the string and the double S is the substring.
She has divided double S by S, no? So from
No, she's not dividing directly. She's just dividing the length
Code
of
division.
Yeah.
Length of the.
She's just dividing the length of it.
So can you check mine, sir?
Yeah, others want to share, right? So you can share a screen. If you are not able to solve it, you can share a screen. Like if there is some error or something, no, you can share a screen and we can discuss what has gone wrong.
Sir, I'm not getting why we are divided.
What is there in my code, sir?
So
Again,
that's
it is if and else.
one thing is Daksharma, one thing is you are using if else, but then okay, we look at it. You took an input, you took BC. See that C should be having like one, C plus 1 should be there.
Yeah.
D equals to A to B, C plus 1. Because we are including that C index also. Say if length of A is less than D, D equals to D plus, no.
But still, sir, the output is not coming.
Yeah, see the thing which you are lacking is that we should be multiplying D by
The
itself.
output is
like that is we should be adding D to itself until length of D is
I
greater
use
than
while
length of
loop
D,
also,
right?
and the same output was coming also.
What? Can you repeat?
Sir?
Yes. So that's what you should be doing is until line number 4 it is correct. After that, you should be calculating the length of D and then you should be calculating the length of A. Okay. So based on that, we need to increase the like let's say like the length of A is 10, okay, and the length of D is 3. Okay. So that means that you should be multiplying it by 4 times. Right? Correct? So how do you get it? You divide the length of A divided by length of D. Okay, you get the floor division. Okay, and then you add 1 to it, so that you know that length of D. I mean the final length of D will be greater than the length of A.
You were not audible. Can you repeat, please?
Okay, so can you post your code in the chat box, Daksh? So I'll start sharing and I will complete. Your problem.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ayush, Daksh, you haven't posted in the chat box.
Done, sir. Post it.
Okay. So this is your code, right?
Yes, sir.
Until now it is okay. Okay. So I want to get like I'll have one more one, which is called as length of A divided by length of B. Okay. So let's say my length of A is 10, okay?
Yes,
and then
sir.
length of D is 3, right? So then what will my N be? My N will be equals to 3,
3.
correct? So if I have N equals to 3, and then if I multiply D by itself 3 times, then I'll get the length of D will be equals to 9, right? I mean, if I multiply like D star 3, length of D star 3 will be equals to 9, right?
Yes,
But then
sir.
I want it to be more than 9 because I want it to be more than 10. So what you should do is, you should be doing D star of 3 plus 1. So basically you should be doing like D star of N plus 1. Okay. So now this length will be equal to 12, which is greater than 10. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
So my final answer is D star of N plus 1. Okay. So what does this, when you multiply a string with an integer, right? So basically it adds, I mean, it adds the string to itself that many number of times. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I need to print final. This is what Divya has done.
So what would be the length of fourth D? It is in ratio, then how can we find the length? Is it 3?
The length of D, you'll get it from this now. Length D is a substring, right? D is a substring.
It is, suppose the B is 3 and C is 4, then 3 ratio 4. Then how can we find the length is anything, any integer?
Okay, see, okay, let's say like.
It's not ratio.
See, but you are not checking for
I
this.
mean 3 to 4.
Yeah, if it is 3 to 4, then that means the length is 2, right?
So then this ratio sign will not be get added.
No, it will still get added. So let's say my my A equals to physics. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then you said that B equals to 3, D equals to 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So now what will my, sorry,
C is equal to 4.
Okay. So now what will my D be? My D will be equals to what? It will be equal
3
to
ratio
0,
4.
1, 2, 3 SI, right? Correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
SI, right? So what is this length of D?
Yeah, now I get it. 2.
Length of D is 2, right?
Yeah, yes.
And the length of A is what? Physics 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now len of A floor divided by len of D is equal to 3 because 7 divided by 2, that is like.
The physics length is 6 only.
What?
Physics length is 6 only.
Physics
7.
7, right?
How it starts with 0, right? 0,
No,
1.
length
We are-
is
we are not
started
doing
with
indexing.
0.
Len is different, the index is different. Length is the number of characters in the string.
Okay. Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, so let's make this clear again. Length is the number of characters, like the normal length on which we talk about, but the indices will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so is this clear?
Yes,
I have
sir.
done like this, but actually, what mistake? What made?
Sir, actually, I do
Yes.
have a small doubt. Sir, can I share my screen because I had.
Yeah, you can share a screen. After that, Ravikant is also having some doubt. Right? We'll discuss it.
Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Sir, actually, I made it like that, but I am not getting this pass runtime error is showing.
Okay, can you scroll down? Can you scroll down? I mean, like just normal scroll down. Yeah. Int of input invalid literal for equation. Can you scroll to top? Show me the code again. Code equals to input int of input. Wait. Can you run it again? It's passing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The code is correct. Others, any doubts?
Sir, I have a doubt. When everyone they have taken length of the new string, actually I have a difference of both, and I have added one.
Difference of both, and then you added one. The thing is, you cannot do that because we need to adding substring to itself, right? So can you share a screen? Tom, I'll explain it. So the thing is, we can only add the substring to substring one, right? If you take the difference of it, it won't serve you of much use. Okay,
Yeah.
so you took this c equals to 1 plus d minus c. Okay, you got the length of that. G equals to int of p divided by
And for getting an answer, I added g plus 1, but actually I didn't know. But after seeing the output, I didn't get the correct output, so I have added g plus 1.
Sir, for me also the same doubt.
You did the same thing, no? You're doing the same thing. You took the length of a and then you took the length of substring. You divided that and then you added like plus 1. Your solution is same as the previous solution, right?
But I didn't know why I have added g plus 1.
Yeah. Okay. I will tell you why you should be adding g plus 1. If you had just taken g, right, it would have been like little less than or equals to the length of the actual string. But if you take g plus 1, then it will definitely be greater than the length of the actual string. Okay, can you scroll on? Okay, let's go for this test case 2. The length of mathematics, what is the length of mathematics? 4. It's 11, right? The length of mathematics is 11.
Yeah.
But then the length of ATH is 4, right?
Yeah.
So if you have taken this 11 divided by 3, it will be equal to 3, right? Length of mathematics divided by length of ATH, that is equals 3. And then if you multiply that G star ATH, it would have just given you ATH 3 times. Sorry, no. No, that 11 divided by 4, right? 11 divided by 4.
Yes, sir.
Because length of ATH is 4. 11 divided by 4, it will be equal to 2. If you have multiplied ATH 2 times, then the length of the final word will be only equals to 8. It won't be greater than the length of mathematics, right? That's why you should be using the G plus 1. Okay?
Yes, sir. It is 1 plus 4 minus 1. So it is 4. So 11 divided by 4, it is 3.
11 divided by 4, that is 2. The floor division is 2. It's not 3.
Okay.
4 2s are 8, right? 4 3s are 12, right?
Right. Understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can stop sharing now. So, yeah, so that's the end of this practice of problems. Okay. If you have any other doubts, yeah, Pandey, you are audible.
Yes, sir. I asked 4 to 5 times, so you don't reply. That's why.
Not able to hear you properly. You asked regarding?
Sir, I call you 4 to 5 times, but you didn't respond, so I asked.
I'm sorry, but I'm not able to hear you properly, Ranjish. So can you post it out in chat box, please? Post it out in chat box.
Sir, one doubt. I'm really struggling with coding. So can you suggest any book or website or anything that might help me?
So you could go to CoachF, okay? Not the normal CoachF competition we're talking about. Okay. You could go to CoachF, and the CoachF, the basic problems you could try to solve. And then there is hacker rank, hacker, you have like numerous websites, okay, like where there will be like sufficient number of problems to practice. Okay, just look at the problems which can be solved using the weaker concepts or weak concepts. Okay, do not go further because there are like lots of problems that are like very difficult. Okay, especially if you're like new to programming, that would overwhelm you. Okay, so just take it like start from basics one. Okay, like addition of two numbers or something like that. Okay, printing a string, the substring ones, manipulating the strings. Start with that. Okay, just look at the relevant problems which are covered in the which are covered in a course. Okay, up until that week, that will help you. Okay, the hacker rank, hacker earth, coach F. Okay, you could start with these three websites.
Hacker rank
Okay.
and CodeChef I got. What is the another one which you're saying?
Hacker earth, hacker earth.
Hacker Earth.
Okay, yeah. So Ravi Kumar, what does value error means? So value error means that if you're trying to suppose, let's say like the input is a string, and then you're trying to convert that string to an integer. That is, you have done this int of input. Okay, int of input. Then it will throw this value error because it can't convert the value string into an integer. Okay, that's what this value error means. Okay, you learn more about this. What error means what. Okay, different types of errors. You learn that in the later parts of Python course. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm also getting the same value error. Can I show my screen once?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm not getting error in Colab, but I don't know why it's giving error.
Sure.
Sir, am I not audible?
Yeah. So.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah. Show me your code.
Sir.
Yeah, Ranjish.
Sir, actually, I'm asking, am I audible? Because
okay, you're audible now. So
4 to 5 times I asked, but you didn't respond.
Sorry, try to speak a bit more loudly, please.
Sir, in session also I asked, I called you, but you didn't respond. So I am asking, am I
Because
audible?
your sound is not clear, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Sandhya, the reason you're getting error is the first input. If you scroll down, the first input is a word. The first input is a word, and then you're trying to convert that word into an input. You're trying to convert that word into an integer, which is wrong. So in the line number 1, instead of making it as chemistry, you should accept an input there. In line number 1, there also you should accept an input. S equals to input you can have. Okay. S equals to input.
But why it won't give if I give direct chemistry?
Because each time the word will be like different, right? That is also input. The chemistry, it's not fixed. The word is not fixed. Each time the user can give like different words. So the chemistry is, I just gave you for example. Okay. So You change
It's
the
okay.
reciprocal
Now
string.
here I'm comparing chemistry only. I'm not taking any new words. So why it will give error?
But the problem is in the input that was given, the first input is a word. The first input is a string, and you cannot convert that string to an integer. Okay, I'll tell you what is happening. Can you scroll down, please?
Sandhya, the
The
problem
first input that
is
was given to you is Python. Okay, and then you're trying to convert that Python into an integer, which it cannot do, right? Okay,
the
that is
best
why it is
case
giving you
is,
an error.
yeah.
In Colab, it is working for you because you're not trying to enter Python as a first input. No, you would have given value of A and value of B as input. Okay. You try to you try to run it and give the first input as Python, it will throw you this error. Okay, enter Python. Okay, SS also it will show that error, value error. Okay. Clear
Okay,
what was
understood.
happening?
Okay, thank you.
Could stop sharing now. Okay. So any other doubts?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
In PT 1.3, let me share my screen, sir.
Yeah.
So my screen is visible. Hello.
Yeah. It is visible.
Yes,
0
sir.
to
Actually,
4. Huh?
actually, it runs well, but it fails to compile one private test case. So what will be that? What goes wrong with this code?
Yeah, I think that is that would happen because TN07 came in the later part. The wrong, I mean, what's wrong with your code is you're having n of 4 or n of minus 4, right?
Yes, sir.
It should not be that. It should have been like n of 4 equals to TN07 or n of minus 4 to that remaining one that is equals to TN07. That or should be later.
Oh, okay.
You got what I was saying?
Yeah, sir.
N of 0 to 4, it should be equal to TN07 or n of minus 4 to that one equals to TN07. Okay. It is
Okay,
like, I mean, you are doing the OR operation for the two strings. I mean, for the two registration numbers, the first half and second half of registration numbers. But that's not what you should be checking, right?
Okay.
You make that change and it will work fine. You can
Okay.
make the change now, sir. Yeah, remove that. And that means you should remove there also initially. Yeah, run now. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
The practice assignment question number 5, sir.
What practice assignment?
Question number 5.
Okay. The theory assignment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, given a string variable word that stores the same word in the English language, we wish to create a new string with just 2 characters. The first character in the new string is the first letter in the word. Second character in the new string is last letter in the word. Assume that word has at least 3 characters, which are following lines can be used to create the new string. Okay. Word of 0 plus word of 1 is not correct because we just taking the first 2 letters of the word, not the first and last. Word of 0 plus word of minus 1, that is correct. Word of 0 plus word of length of word minus 1, that is also correct.
But word of 0 and word of minus 1 is also, is it taking from 0? But that is also 2 word only, right?
Which one? You're talking about the last option?
Second.
Huh? Last option, right?
Second option.
Yes, he is talking
Second
about
option
B
is correct.
option.
Word of minus 1 is same as this. Word of minus 1 is correct. B option is correct.
So for A option you didn't take because it is taking two characters.
Yeah, the first two characters it is taking, but we should take the first character and the last character, right? So that is why the first option is not wrong. I mean, not correct.
All right, all right.
Okay.
And what about third, sir?
Third, this word of -1 is nothing but the length of word -1, right? The index of the last word is 1 less than the length of the string now. So the index of the last character is length of word -1, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, and sir, owing to the last question in this practice assignment itself, so yes, this 8 number, the solution it said we take from right to left for for these type of operators. So
Yeah,
suppose
yeah.
if we have mixture, plus, minus, divide, multiply, and exponential, and these all operators, we'll take from right to left.
So first what we do is we do this, yeah, based on that preference. Now first we do based on the preference, and after that we do from right to left.
Sir, can you give me an example and explain?
Okay, so we give an example.
Yes, where you have mixture of both the operators.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a second.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll try to do this in one of this. Yeah. Just a moment.
Yes, sir.
So let's say my A equals to, you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
So 1 plus 2 star 3 minus 4 star 7, okay, plus 6 divided by 3. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So this is my this is my problem. Okay. So right now what happens is, first we do this exponential one, 2 star 3. Okay. This is equivalent to 1 plus 2 star 3 is 2 cube, right? Which is nothing but 8. Minus we do this 4 star 7. Okay. 4 star 7 that we'll do because that also has the same one. 4 power 7, that's like too much, I guess.
Yeah.
I change it to 4 power 2. Okay. 16.
Yes.
Plus 6 divided by 3 is 2.0 because that will give a float value.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood now, sir. Yeah.
Huh? What?
Yes.
Understood, right?
Yes. Now board mass.
Yeah. Now we will, what you do is you do 2 plus 2 minus 16 plus 8 plus 1. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Board mass.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So thanks. Thanks everyone. So if you do not have any further questions, you can end this session now. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, what about exponentials, sir? Exponentials? What must?
The exponential will be given same preference as is. The exponential will be given the first preference. Okay. The exponential will be given first preference than this division or multiplication. All right. Okay.
Okay, sir. Right.
Okay. So thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank
Can
you.
I ask something?
Thank you, sir.
Hello,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. You there?
Sir is not there.
Okay.
Anybody here knows about Code Chef contest?